two, one. And we're live. Hello, I'm Anavultus, and welcome to another episode of our amazing podcast with my other host here.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Muffus, as always, and let's get down with the susness
Yeah,
right off the bat.
yeah. So, uh, a- a- again, yesterday, I had to be a judge at a martial arts testing, and there were some more advanced students, so I was called upon to enter the ring and fight myself. And of course, the student requested of me uh, to go easy. And I look at this person. It's an adult. It's a muscular individual, and I say I am the gatekeeper. That's literally what I said to this student. And of course, that's a bit spooky to hear.
I would say it's an accurate reference.
Yeah,
What I would have said, right? What I would have said, right, is I'm gonna test the susness level. Like that's literally what I would have said straight up, and I told him, "You shall not pass until you prove the squad life." Like that's literally my exact word for word opening with any student that wants to be like proven sick. I guess.
yeah,
Don't put too much thought into it. Just let it happen.
yeah. So I
Literally
went
my
in there.
dialogue option.
And a little fun fact: this past winter, even though there have been many feast days for me, I have actually lost about 20 pounds or 9 kilos. Um,
Oh, good for you, man.
yeah, and so
As for me, I never had a problem with weight, but that's only because of
yeah,
my routine.
yeah. And by the way, anybody's wondering, I'm not that fat, guys. I'm not rotund.
Bro, bro,
I
if you were that
Yeah,
fat, we would notice by now.
yeah. I'm not. I'm not rolling around. I'm actually very flexible even before I lost the weight. So it's just that losing weight, of course, makes me a little bit faster, but I was also maybe a little bit out of practice, so I guess that balanced out. Um, but I'm always fast anyway. I'm fast. I'm flexible. I can break down trees. Literally, I've done it. Uh, I can. One time I even kicked a tree stump and I pulled it out with a kick out of the ground. Um, that was I was impressed when that happened. I didn't expect it to happen, but it did. But there you go.
Yep,
But
always with the
but of
weird
course,
flex.
when I'm in the ring, I always go a little. You gotta have a lot of control because it's easy to hit things hard. It's easy to.
Pause, pause. So,
No, it's true.
yeah,
Anybody.
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you. Control is always important, especially with speed. For me,
yeah,
by the way, I mean both versions of speed, like both the drug and the act of going fast. You
yeah.
need a lot of control to get used to it.
Anybody
Personal
can
experience.
anybody can kick a hole in the wall if they train hard enough. But what's important is to get the control right so that you know exactly how much force you want to exercise and exactly where you're hitting, and you can do it fast as well. And of course that can be difficult because it means that not only are you speeding up your leg as you're kicking, you're also slowing it down, and you have to slow it down in a very small time window just before you hit the target. And of course, that leads to safe training if you have good control, but it also is a great exercise as well. There you go.
The mastermind information of how to be professional at fighting. Yes.
Yeah, and of course, I don't usually let myself get hit, but I did actually take a punch to the head, but it was after the match was called. So what happens is the match is called, and usually a person may finish out a technique that they've already done. But I was so fast that I had stopped fighting as soon as I heard that the match was called, but the other person hadn't stopped, so I got hit in the head. But don't worry, it didn't hurt at all. Didn't get injured. Nothing happened. I was wearing a helmet. No problem.
As for me and the squad, right? We like to do team attacks a lot, which is very funny and very fucking gay because of the way we kind of well, let's just say style our opponents. We kind of do the JoJo thing. Well, we always got to go with the gay ass poses at the end. You kind of have to. It's a fact, you know. Like if you're gonna train with an annoying friend for like a year and a half how to perform very good techniques, then you got might as well style it with that gay pose at the end. You know, like you gotta get it, which is always funny for my opponents because they'd be like, "Is this nigga fighting or dancing?" And then when they ask, we always pull out the strap. What's the strap? It's that DDR, my nigga. Like we tell them the dance battle. You know, golden rules of home squatting. If you don't know how to dance battle, then you do not know how to break dance. That's just an accurate fact. You know.
Yeah.
Have you seen Free Runners? You know that movie where
No,
people free run with
no, I have
collars,
not
right?
seen the movie. Is someone
Should
knocking
probably
on your
check it
door?
out. Yeah, niggas gotta always mess with the
Yeah,
squad.
it's the FBI.
Yeah, sure. What up?
He's getting arrested right now.
Nigga,
Uh,
shut. I wish, you know, at least that way I can haul ass. But no, no, I just gotta go get some errands because the errand boy be doing too much.
errand boy be doing too much.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta go get some light bulbs. Pause.
light bulbs and a
Yeah, I'll be
pause.
back. What?
No,
And what?
nothing, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Swear to God, I'm gonna kill you someday. You just wait. Not in a bad way. Trust me. I know. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll come back in like 2 minutes.
all right. It's a little 2 minutes. Okay. Now, lads. Okay, I'm gonna share something with you here. Let me just go to my musical scores, and I'll find something pretty interesting here. Uh, I don't know if you're gonna like it. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but let's see. There it is. Just gotta make sure I open it with the right program. I'm gonna open it with. I'm gonna use MuseScore 2 since it's a MuseScore 2 file, and I'm gonna show you all something. Okay. Uh, okay, and this is an incomplete musical piece I wrote. It's based off of an old World War II propaganda music um, that even had its own Disney film adaptation in World War II. Propaganda. That's how it works. So let me just see if I can get it on stream for y'all. So let me get OBS. Oh, snap. Encoding is overloaded. So I should probably raise the priority on OBS just to make sure that that is not going to be happening. So let me just uh, go to details on OBS on my task manager and raise the priority. And I know people say, oh, you shouldn't mess with the priorities, but you know what? It works. It works fine. All right. So what I need to do here is I need to grab the window capture, and there we go. Uh, Maybe I should raise it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. The Antifa's Face. What is that, you may ask? It's a song here. But this is only actually the first few bars of the music. Um, because this is a project I discontinued because I considered it to be a little bit too edgy. But here's the first few bars of the music, but I also have the song written down so I can maybe sing it for you. And after that point is where it would actually go into the song itself. So it's only the opening few bars, but I also have the song as well. So let me switch. the window to the song, and maybe you can sing it with if you know how the music goes. But here we go. Okay, and this is going to be really edgy and somewhat political, but you know what? It's fine. When the Antifa says punch a Nazi in the face, we heil, heil, right in the Antifa's face. Not to love the Antifa is a great disgrace, so we heil, heil, right in the Antifa's face. When. Wait, no, that's wrong. That's actually. Oh, no, that's right. When der anarchist says we will destroy the state, we heil, heil, right in der anarchist's face. When der communist says we will lose our chains, we heil, heil, right in der communist's face. Are we not the activists, righteous and pure activists? Yes, we are the activists, super duper activists. Is this Antifa land so good? Would you leave it if you could? Yeah, this Antifa land is good. We would leave it if we could. We bring the world's new order. Heil Antifa's new world order. Everyone of foreign race will love the Antifa's face when we bring the world to the world disorder. You can tell I haven't done this in a long time. When the Antifa says punch a Nazi in the face, we heil, heil, right in the Antifa's face. Not to love the Antifa is a great disgrace, so we heil, heil, right in the Antifa's face. Now, you may be asking, what's the symbolism behind this song? And this comes from a World War II propaganda song called Der Führer's Face, where it's talking about Hitler. But I switched up the lines so that it's about the Antifa. So I'm essentially comparing the Antifa to the Nazis, and that's the
what you
point of the
doing with
song.
Nazis, man?
I'm
Doing
comparing.
some sus on the weekends. Damn.
It is kind of sus. It's a little song I had written a while back.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, where I compared the anti-fascist initiative to the Nazis because they're just as mean.
Okay, that's understandable, I guess.
Yeah.
So, quick question for your boy, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up that sharing screen.
Ooh, yeah.
What you think?
You're sharing.
Yeah,
As they
I gotta
say,
share.
sharing is caring.
Yeah, except I care a bit too much sometimes.
Oh snap! What in the world is that?
Oh, this is a dream catcher. You don't know what these are?
Yeah, I know what a dream catcher is. I
Yeah,
made one. I've got one hanging right next to me, in fact. But
oh, good for you, mate.
yeah, not for
what do you
religious
think?
reasons. I just made one because it's an art
Nigga,
project.
why does I never understood that. Like,
What?
why do you need to justify that's not religious reasons, nigga? Like, I never had to do that with anyone because I'm like, nigga, fuck you. If you think it's religious reasons, you're the nutcase, not me. No, I'm like, I never had to really justify it to begin with because people always kind of understand what I mean. Like, this is what I mean when I say the squad is lit at all times. Like, we keep it real.
Yeah.
Like, no one ever misunderstands us because with us, just like with a judge or a policeman, you can't really misjudge us because we're like, we keep it a straight face. Like, we don't mess around.
Okay.
If I say I'm a cap you, I'm a cap you, nigga. If I say I got the strap, I got the strap. Like, there's no question in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Strap away.
So what you think?
I actually like the color coordination on this one. I think it's actually pretty good with the color coordination.
Think it's like a decent level, you know? Like, if you had to grade it, like, not necessarily, you know, just kind of, what do you think?
I think that's a decent, decently good coloring in.
I mean, it's a decent attempt for someone who literally only started 1 month ago and never took classes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and
kind of started from scratch.
Yeah.
God, the FBI can never leave me alone. Nigga, I don't got no lolly. Just leave me. Okay, let me just check. What up? Nigga, word? Okay, fine. The chick in my chair and probably my equipment too.
Yeah.
Gotta get rid of evidence, man. Gotta get rid of evidence.
Too much lolly.
Presumably, false accusations are always a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say, boss.
Yeah. Oh, I also got this. Okay, now before you ask, this was actually inspired by a Japanese show I watched. Not lolly, I promise. Even though it kind of is.
Kind of.
It's in the 70s. Where it was completely understandable to have only a main character be eight, and no one questioning it. But at the same time, it's not sus. I
So,
promise.
man, I okay. What show is it then?
Okay, I don't know the Japanese title, but it's called Arimi, like the name. I think the character was called that. She was, I think, a flower girl in the 80s, and her mom wanted to go get a job, so she dipped and didn't know what to do. So the kid was kind of left in England to do nothing, you know what I'm
Uh
saying? Like
huh.
left alone. She
Yeah.
met a prince, or I guess a nobleman, and he took her in. It's kind of
Okay.
like a realistic story of being like during the plague and shit, where you kind of have to defend yourself and you're an 8-year-old kid with no parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like an interesting story.
Yeah.
I like
You know.
the color coordination of the flowers a bit. I might have went a bit too artistic on this shit, but no. What do
Yeah.
you think?
Uh, it's it, it's pretty good actually. Um, although I'm looking at the little berries, and
Yeah, those are supposed to be lemons for some weird ass reason. I was like,
are they
okay, I just kind of just painted them blue. I mean, look, it's either that or some sort of England fruit. I have no clue, mate. I
okay?
kind of like did that because I assumed that's what they were. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
might be on cocaine, and not gonna deny nor accept that fact.
Yeah.
Oh, and this, I was thinking like the sunny sky thing and all that. I like the
Oh,
wolf mask.
the wolf. Yeah. Yeah, I
I
like
do,
that
I do,
too.
I
That's
do like the birds. They seem like screeching faggots, which is always a good thing. I kind of like the
okay.
the color coordination with them. Like two falcons almost. Next,
Yeah.
sir, I like the feathers because different shadings and different colors matching the brown hair. You can kind of say I have a thing for brunettes, but that's what happens when you watch Tangled too many times. So
Yeah. You like
you know,
Tangled?
can't deny nor accept that fact. Uh, yeah, it's a good movie. It's
It's
a
a
good
good
movie. It's
movie.
a bit
It's
gay, but okay.
a bit gay. What?
Yeah, it's a bit gay. Look, you kind of gotta ask for context, but also I always have weird standards, so you don't really know what's up.
Yeah. I'm gonna
So yeah,
tell you. Back in the
yeah. What up?
day when I was a kid in Germany, there used to be anime, okay, on TV, and it nobody knew it was anime. People didn't call it anime because I don't think the term existed that much back then. But it's essentially cartoons that were largely animated in
In
Japan,
Japan, yeah.
but they're more international products as well. So it's sort of international, but it's also sort of anime. So it's sort of in the early days of what some people would call anime, and the art style isn't too anime as much as what we today would consider an anime art style. So an example would be of a really popular cartoon would be Heidi. It's based on on a story from the German speaking region. I don't know whether it's a German or a Swiss story, but it's about a little girl who lives in the mountains. And I used to watch that as a cartoon when I was a kid. And and I watched the German dub, of course, which is the best dub to watch of Heidi because it's people have passion behind it, and it had a really great opening as well in the
Yeah,
German
you
dub.
can't deny the openings. Like those are the rare things that can be good in any language. Like you can't really fuck up
Well,
an
no,
opening.
it had an original Japanese opening, but generally speaking, people love the German opening because it's an iconic song. That's how iconic it became. That the German dub opening became iconic because they had redone the music for it, and it was pretty
Yo,
good.
I got one question real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold up. I'm looking up them Japanese thick anime. Don't worry, it's the 80s type of thick, so even better, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm looking for that old homeboy of mine, the true originator of the boy squad. I think it's called Romeo's Blue Skies. I don't know. I'm gonna just send you a name real quick. You know what I'm saying? To see if you like it. I'm gonna put it on that live stream Skype or whatever they like to call it, just so people could get the name real quick because they are interesting animes. Okay, so this is the female, I guess, that I based the art on. This is the name. It's in Japanese because, of course, it
Okay.
is.
So you're putting it
Because
on Skype or
yeah, no, on that live stream,
on the live
live stream.
stream?
Put it
Okay.
on the live stream, so other homies can get it, because the getting is good.
Okay. Lanaki ko Remi or Remi. There you go.
Yep.
It's a more Japanese way to say the R.
Yeah,
So sort of you got to sort of go somewhere in between an R and an L, and that's where you go.
that's always the fun part, really, for me at least. Kind of learning, trying to say different words in different languages, which is always funny. Because most people fuck it up,
Yeah.
which is why it
Yeah,
makes me laugh
right
all
now
the
I'm
time.
watching. Of course, I'm watching JoJo's, but I'm also watching
Of course you are.
Macross 7.
Minecraft 7. What's
Yeah.
that?
Okay.
I think I've
Do you know what Macross is? First of all,
no. I think I might have heard about that, but not really. Uh,
you've never heard of Macross? Uh, no. Okay, it's a show that's it's about it's got mechs in him, but it's
of
got
course it does.
mechs that also can transform into airplanes.
This sounds like a fact of mechs, but okay.
Yeah. Well, not that they
All right.
fly, but that they
Uh,
actually turn into airplanes.
okay.
And
The Transformer homies. Okay, I
yeah,
got you.
and
Look. I might leave for a minute to talk with the FBI on my equipment back
yeah.
because I kind of got tired of standing.
But the important part is the music.
Oh, the music's always the best part, man, in any anime.
It's you win the war with music, literally.
Oh yeah, that sounds so. Sorry, I'm gonna be back in five
Yeah,
minutes. I gotta get my equipment back.
yeah. There you go. That's how the cookie crumbles, lads. Uh, let's see. Is there any other interesting song I've hidden away somewhere? A discontinued, edgy song project. Uh, let's
All
see.
right, I'm back. I
Oh,
got rid of
hello.
the false
Yeah.
accusations and got my equipment back.
So I'm gonna tell you what Macross is. Okay. So the premise behind the series is that after fighting several wars, humanity is now united into one worldwide government.
Oh, so it's an alternate universe. I got you.
Yeah,
Because that will never happen.
yeah, and
These
it is an
niggas be
alternate
doing too
universe
much bullshit.
theoretically at this point. It used to be futuristic, but at this point, a lot of the events occur in the 90s and in the early 2000s in universe, so it is theoretically an alternate universe at this point,
Yep.
um, rather than a futuristic thing. But anyway, they also discover an enormous spaceship that has crashed on Earth. Uh, and they work together to restore it so that they can send it out into space.
Because they got nothing better to do.
Yeah. And then at some point
At
they
some point,
then
yeah.
become attacked by an
Aliens.
aliens, yes, called
Straight
the
up aliens.
yeah,
That's the funny thing about these shows, man. Sometimes it's just like I've been hanging around and now aliens. Like no one asks
yeah.
questions.
But
They just
these
kind of accept the fact.
aliens are very similar to humans genetically speaking now, which
Oh
is
shit!
interesting.
So they put on that Mass Effect D over there. Damn. Okay, I didn't expect that, but okay. It's a weird
And
flex, but okay, I'm accepted. People be doing too much Mass Effect on the weekends,
okay,
you know.
but they're giant aliens, as they
Even
say,
better, they put that
giant
Steven Universe in there
aliens.
too. Like you can't just have aliens. You gotta have giant female aliens. You know,
Well, but the males and the females don't live in the same place.
better that way we don't get allegories or
Yeah,
competitions. Just kind of like go right in there. You
yeah,
know,
and
pull that, pull out that Naruto and One Piece, and just
yeah,
go to the female island
and
and then
and
never
and
leave.
and these aliens
Oh,
that
hold up! Someone's gonna accuse me of shit again. Ah, like just again. Ah. Okay, man. Looks like something happened. Your
yeah.
boy gotta leave for like
Okay,
10 minutes. You know, they got that lunch, and you can't deny the lunch if you're a pro
okay,
tag. You know, you
okay.
gotta
Whatever
eat.
you say.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back. You check out that anime I put on the
Okay,
description. I guess check out that Romeo. Romeo's Blue Skies. That will
Romeo,
tell you how to get the squad.
the squad. Okay, so let's see. Let's actually examine the anime that he wrote down here. So we've got Romeo or Romeo no Aoi Sora or Sora. Hmm. So let's actually look these up. I'm gonna open up my anime list, and we're gonna see what the descriptions are, the honest descriptions for these anime. Mm. Of course, not gonna lie here. Mourad is not famous for his spelling skills, so let's hope that it is indeed recognizable. So I'm logging in to Mal right now, and we're gonna see something. I don't know what we're gonna see. So le okay, I've got le, but naki ko remi. Okay, le naki ko remi. Okay. This is kind of weird. All I'm getting for search suggestions on my anime list is Akira, which I know that's probably not what it is. Full Metal Alchemist, probably also not. Uh, Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. Nice show, but that's not what we're looking for. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Fair enough, but not right. Akiba's Trip, the animation, that's too recent to be what we're looking for. Bleach, movie one, Memories of Nobody. That's definitely not what we're looking for. F, A Tale of Memories. That's the 2007. Uh, I could be Saki, which is an anime about mahjong, which is not what we're looking for. Fate Stay Night again. Magic Kingdom of Magic. Let me just go full on search. Uh, F, A Tale of no, that's probably not what it is. Now that I look at it, so uh, okay. So I'm gonna search the other one. I can't figure out for the life of me what this is. I might need some more descriptions. So the other one, Romeo no Aoi Sora. I think I've heard of this one. Maybe Romeo Alpha Romeo. No, okay, Romeo no Aoi Sora. Yeah, that's a classic. Wow, that looks like a Ghibli film, but no, it's not. It's a series, and it's not by Ghibli. Or Ghibli. I think it's how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I know it's an Italian word, so I'm automatically doing a hard G with an H. So because in Italian, the way the G's and the softness and the hardness of the G's works is if the G has an A, an O, or a U after it, it's hard. If it has an I or an E after it, it's soft. But if you put an HI or an HE, then it's hard again. And that's that's all the rules regarding the G's. So it's not like English where it's maybe 20 different ways you could have it. But so that's one of the things I like about Italian. the pronunciation rules are pretty straightforward, and also it's easy to spell as well. Um, so let me just pause for a moment here. All right, I just needed to stop for a moment. Needed to deal with something that came up, but anyway, uh, Romeo and the Black Brothers is the English title of this anime. Maybe I should show it on stream, but no, I'll do it words only. Okay, this is gonna be an ASMR description reading. Romeo is a kind hearted and courageous boy living with his family in a small village in Switzerland. Unfortunately, Romeo becomes the main interest? What is this? Of a man named Luini, known as the God of Death. Maybe Shinigami is maybe what he means here. Luini. That's not a Swiss name. That's not an Italian or a German name. That's interesting. Maybe it's a French name. I'm joking. I'm just thinking about Switzerland, the languages that they speak there, and that just does not sound like a proper name. Now, Romeo, that's an Italian name, but the other one kind of sus. Who is infamous for buying children and selling them as chimney sweeps in Milano. Milano. It says Milan, but I said Milano because I'm sort of actually that's kind of insulting now that I think about it, because the local dialects also say Milan, but the as chimney sweeps in Milano. While visiting the village, Luini burns Romeo's family cornfield in an attempt to have Romeo as his own. With the cornfield gone and his father sustaining a head injury to put out the fire, Romeo bravely sells himself to the god of death in order to help his family afford a doctor. Interesting. On his way to Milano, Romeo meets a boy named Alfredo Martini. Okay. And they quickly becomes friends. Just as Alfredo is sold to a different master, the two boys swear eternal friendship and vow to meet again. As a chimney sweep, Romeo faces many hardships and abuse, especially from the master's family, a gang known as the Wolf Pack. But after reuniting with Alfredo, the two form a fraternity of chimney sweeps called the Black Brothers, who will learn to fight against the wolf pack and help each other in times of need. Now that sounds like an interesting one, and it's Romeo no Aoi Sora is based on a 1941 German novel Die Schwarzen Brüder by Lisa. I don't know why I'm almost saying this in Italian. No, Lisa Tetzner. Interesting. 1941. You know what time period that is. But then again, Feuerzangen and Bohle came out during World War II as well. So there's some good art that happens in Germany during World War II.
I ran it back,
Not gonna
nigga.
lie. Okay.
Sorry I was late. I had to kill someone to kind of take a souvenir home, you know?
Yeah,
Uh,
I couldn't find what the first one was, but I could find the second one you wrote, and it's an interesting. It
it's
happens
the
in
true embodiment
it,
of the squad. Let's
yeah
be realistic.
in Switzerland and Italy. They're going in there, and you've got the
Chimney
Shinigami
sweepers.
guy. I don't know why,
Wait, what the
based.
fuck? When the fuck did that happen? Damn, nigga.
No,
Look, all I know,
I,
listen, all I know from my experience of the story is that it's a bunch of chimney sweeping children who have no parents, who build the squad like lit ass niggas and band together by true brotherhood. You know, that's all I know, and that's all I need to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to
yeah.
know more about their life. All I know is that they live in the dream, my nigga.
Have you read the original novel?
Uh, no, no,
No.
because to be honest, when I started watching it was early 2000s when I was 3 and I was getting lit. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
was it. And all I know from it is the damn theme song and most of the show, like
Yeah.
from bits and pieces, really.
Yeah.
All I know is that I love the song. I know what it says, and it is lit as fuck. That's all I know, and
Yeah.
all I need to know, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Pretty lit, as they
Yeah, I
say.
mean they be singing about the gayest shit, but the realest shit at the same time. They say I'm gonna hang out with all my boys. We will stay together forever, and probably in a sus way. Like that's gay, but that's accurate. You know, like you gotta have the squad. You can't just live without them, which is always an accurate response that I always respect, because the squad is life.
Yeah.
You know, people say ball is life, and they ain't wrong, but the different kind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting. So I think it's a classic story, of course, done by Nippon Animation, or Japan Animation, which is the same studio that did the other show I was talking about, Ubs no Shoujo Heidi, uh, which is the one I used to watch growing up, and it was pretty good. But they also make more other things as well. Uh,
Other things, yeah.
Other things, yeah. But it's a great top quality. But anyway, Macros. So the aliens come out and they're called the Zentradi, and they're
That
giant
sounds like
aliens.
a completely made up name. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
the men and the women are not together. Uh,
Because of course they aren't. They don't want none of that bullshit. Trust me. Do not fuck with females.
well, they
Like
don't even
ever,
know.
nigga.
They don't even know what that is. The sus.
Exactly.
They don't even know.
They better not. Like that's the good life. If I
And
wish I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't want
yeah,
no pussy if it's that type, you know what I'm saying? No,
and,
none of that.
and they reject all culture. So they don't
Sounds
know
like the US, yes. They sound like the realest shit.
what. No,
Yeah, they sound like real ass homies, I'm telling you, man.
they uh they the aliens, they don't have music, they don't have
Oh, that's
art
disappointing.
of
That's disappointing. I
yeah.
mean, not they don't have art. That's fine. Sometimes you don't need it, but like don't have music. Then what about that
Yeah.
Gucci game, my nigga? Like they get Millie Rock to nothing.
Nope.
That's disappointing. Trust
No
me.
music.
If I ever meet aliens, first thing I'm giving these motherfuckers is music,
Yeah.
because we got a Millie Rock. Like you can't respect people if they don't know how to Millie Rock. Like
Yeah.
that's my motif and way of life. Like if I meet you and I put out that Gucci gang, or any song you want to listen to, and you ain't Miller rocking, then nah, you ain't a true homie.
Yeah. So they have no art, no music, no children, because they
That's again, that's better to not have. Let's be realistic. I ain't having kids, never, nigga.
yeah.
Like
Well,
I don't want
they don't even
none
know
of
how
that
to have kids.
responsibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What?
They don't even know how to have kids.
Then
Uh
what the fuck? Like word, nigga. Like you get a dick, but you don't know even why or how to use it. That's
yep.
just sounds like a
They don't
wasted
use it.
product.
So what happens
Uh,
is that they end up attacking Earth, and the
Please
space.
tell me it's for their oil or something like that.
No, they're
I'll not be surprised if it is for them butt cheeks. Like they probably attack just for that. Like it sounds like a reasonable attack, to be
well,
honest.
they're doing it because they see that Earth has culture, which is something that they reject. That Earth has
So
art
just
and things
attack
like
it
that.
again. That
So
sounds like the
and
U.S.
and that's why no. Why? What? Explain to me.
What? What?
Explain
What?
to me. Uh,
Oh, you want an explanation, my nigga?
yeah.
You want one real quick? I'm gonna give you one real quick.
Okay. Okay.
It's just that let's be realistic. I've just met too many retards in my lifetime, all 50 of them. So sometimes when I see a nigga right attack you just for having something he doesn't, that's what I think of it. I like it's not really racist because I don't say just because it's America, but sometimes it really is. Like sometimes they really be doing stupid, retarded shit just because. And every time that happens, I always think,
Yeah.
"Yep, there they go doing that heave ho again." Like it's literally like an old man saying. I'm not surprised at that point, you know.
Yeah.
And
So
again, it's not racist. Because I ain't with that racist shit, my
yeah,
nigga. Like I don't be racist ever. I always respect everyone equally, even the retards. But at the same time, I always drop them niggas just as much. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, okay. So they attack the Earth, and the spaceship, which is called the Macross, manages to uh, eh, quickly fold space to escape to the edge of the solar
How
system.
do you fold space, nigga? I mean, I know we playing poker, but like, how do you fold that way? You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Like
it's
the metaphor.
it's science fiction.
Of course, the obvious thing you use when you have no idea what the fuck is going on. Just
Yeah.
say it's science fiction. That's realistic.
Uh, and and so then they make their way back to Earth throughout most of the series, and they get attacked along the way by the Zentradi who want to destroy them. But then, okay, so the main character is a a guy called Hikaru, who's
Of course,
he's a
that's fucking man.
he's a
Why can't it be something more realistic?
well,
All
it's
right, yeah,
Japanese.
yeah, I know. No, listen, I don't want a nigga's name to be Bob or Frank. Fuck no, nigga. Like, what I mean is that when they give him that Japanese name, it just reminds me a lot of the other retarded shows I watch from Japan.
Okay,
Which, yeah, just
and
continue. So
and
Hikaru would be doing some
and he's
bullshit.
a
Yeah,
stunt pilot.
of course he is. Again, you gotta go with that Top Gun reference all the fucking way.
Yeah, and he then get ends up going into the military when ends up close to the Macross and it's being
Oh
attacked.
yes, get
Yeah,
in the Gundam
and,
Shinji. Yes,
and then he meets Min Mei. Uh,
the female alien.
no, she's not an alien. She's a girl who eventually becomes a singer, and a classic.
Eventually, not right now, just somewhat.
Yes,
Yeah, I got you.
and she becomes a classic a
Tsundere.
idol, as the Japanese say.
So Tsundere, yeah, exactly. So yeah,
Well, she's not a
about
tsundere,
that.
but
She might as well be. Yeah, she's giving him that
and
best friend thing. You know, the thing where she wants the D but can't have it. That's probably an accurate
well,
response.
there's actually a love triangle that happens later, but uh,
With an alien, isn't it? It's with an
no,
alien.
not with an alien. Interestingly
Ooh.
enough, but
Yeah, interestingly enough, it's probably going to be even more sus. Yeah, I might watch it. I might watch
yeah,
it. Just hit
and
up that name real quick.
and then eventually they end up confusing the Zentradi by playing the music,
Yes,
because
I
it's
told
some
you, playing Gucci Gang works every time.
yeah, it,
Literally every time,
yeah.
man.
But I'm not gonna spoil the end of it though,
Oh, don't worry, I can already guess what the
because
ending
it's a
is.
classic. But if you don't want to watch an entire series, there's actually a movie version that is slightly different from the series, but
Slightly less
has
gay. Yes.
great animation. It's Macross. Do you remember love? Um,
I remember that Gucci Gang for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as the aliens heard it, they're like, okay, let's get down and dirty. You know what I'm saying? Having like that's a thing that I do sometimes, where the final fight between me and someone is always a dance battle. Like,
yeah,
you gotta get it. Because here's the thing with me and respecting motherfuckers. You gotta really put effort in to gain that respect. You know what I'm saying? There's
yeah,
no such thing as just having respect. Fuck no, I'm gonna beat that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like respect gotta be earned.
yeah. So
Like if you
anyway,
want me to
as
respect you, beat me at least in one round in that Gucci Gang dance fight. Like if you do that one time, you gain immunity for life. Like immunity by
yeah,
immunity, I mean immunity to not get
but
shot. Like which is
a
a
little
fact.
warning: the later half of a series can be a little bit depressing. But
I'm not surprised because
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's when those aliens realize that they fucked up by not wanting Gucci Gang, which is probably an accurate response. You know, I've
yeah,
had
well,
that one time in my life where
yeah,
like,
but
regretted not Millie rocking with the homies and they had a birthday party. Yeah, they got some bitches.
yeah. So
They get
anyway,
some bad bitches.
as I
But
was
luckily your
saying,
boy didn't. So yeah,
I'm
yeah.
watching Macross 7 right now, which
And JoJo, of course.
and JoJo, of course. I'm also watching a few other things, but there you go. But anyway, not yesterday, last week I
You want me
said,
to hit you up with my anime list real quick, like what I'm
just
watching nowadays?
yeah, tell us, and I've got something else to say after that. Okay.
All right, great. So as for me, your boy is, of course, keeping up with One Piece, and it is Cancer, which is accurate response because Toei doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. But I ain't hating, you know. At least I get something, you know. It's either this or read the manga. So you know, I'm keeping up with One Piece, Naruto, the Boruto one, and yeah, by keeping up, I mean watching 30 episodes at once, hating myself after that, and not watching it for 3 months, which is an accurate response because you know Boruto, Naruto's dad, is not an anime. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Also, watching some JoJo, trying to get into that season 2, trying to get into that grandson who can just you know use that ability that his dad had by default, like out of nowhere. But yeah, just inherit it. You know that sounds like a good way to get ultimate power without training for it. It sounds good. I mean, I do love the character because he is Gucci. You know, he does respect women, which is again a respectable thing, and he does style on his opponents. Luckily, not by gay poses, but just by predicting their output on life, which is something I've done multiple times with my opponents. Usually by depantsing the shit out of them. No, don't worry, it's not gay. Okay, it is, but like not in the way you think. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is always respectable, by the way.
Yep.
It's pretty fucking gay, but at the same time respectable. You know, I do
So
love the grandson. He is my favorite so far in season 2. Is it season 2 or just second JoJo? Because I never understood that. Like, does it mean like every time reincarnation happens, I have to call the second coming of JoJo like some sort of Christ reference,
wait.
or
Could you
is it
repeat
like
that?
season 2?
You like, what
What?
is it that you like? Uh,
The main character, you know, the grandson of the original JoJo
yeah,
man, you know, the one who fought Dio.
yeah.
Yeah, his grandson is my favorite
Yeah,
because
so
he styles on his opponents in
so
the gayest way possible.
Joseph Joestar. He's one of my favorites actually. I love the show.
Good for you, man. By the
Yeah,
way, can I ask you a real quick question?
yeah.
What's the opposite of the orange, real quick?
An
Like in
apple.
color coordination, real quick.
Oh,
No,
opposite of orange as a color. The opposite of orange as a color would have
or
to
more
be
accurately, something that complements it the best. Because I'm making some gay ass necklaces over here, and I kind of want to
the
get
opposite color
something
to
that reflects
orange
this.
on a color
I don't.
wheel would be blue.
Well, I mean, it's obvious, but like, does that make the best contrast?
It depends on what you're going for.
I'm going for gay ass necklaces. What do you think?
Okay, so orange as a color, I think has an interesting contrast with the color white. Um, it
All right, I'm
also
gonna hit him up with that light blue then.
light blue, yeah, that might work. It also depends on
I mean,
how
we're on a
intense the
beach,
orange
so
is.
I should hit him up with that light blue, sunny beach
Yeah,
style. Hit him up, you know.
yeah. So yes, last week I said that I'd give a quick review for season 3 of Attack on Titan, which I watched. And I
Oh
have
yeah, about that. I actually started watching that season 2, and
yeah.
yeah, I just kind of let's just put it out there. I fucking called it. You know, I knew those two bastards were in fact the stupid giant titan and the armor titan. I called it straight up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I kind of knew. It was funny to know that there were like five when they did that. But, I mean, that is exactly what a 5-year-old does. So I was not surprised. But it was gay, so you know.
yep. Well, season 3 is pretty amazing. I love the animation. They definitely went above and beyond with the animation quality
I,
and the
I mean,
scenes.
you kind of have to if you let us wait for 20 years. Like, if you didn't do that, then it's just disappointment, you know?
Yeah,
It hits me as one of those things where I'm proud of it, but at the same time, just like a parent should kind of expect it to be the minimum. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hate on something, but at the same time, I don't want to see it being praised to high heaven for doing the bare minimum.
yeah,
Because there's a difference between just about scaling out of it alive and just kind of going out of it because of luck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's say a competition. There's a difference by standing your ground and making it to the last second and getting your ass beat and just barely surviving until the bell rang. You know what I mean? Like, there's a
Yeah,
difference. So always remember that when you're critiquing something,
yeah. But anyway,
especially that animation, because animation is not a problem in an animated property. The rest is story and character. You know what I mean? Like, because the anime does do it differently from the manga, and that's kind of what you need to keep in mind. Like, if their animation sucks, then they're just shit at their job. If their animation is good, then they did the bare minimum. It's like going to a car mechanic and he's doing decent repairs on your car. Like, that's good, but that's the bare minimum. Like, you shouldn't be like, oh my god, he's doing the best I've ever seen. Nah, he's doing literally what his job entails. If he couldn't do
yeah,
this, then yeah, I don't think he deserves that degree. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, that's actually a thing that my professor told me. He's like, nigga, if this is what you're surprised by, then you got no chance in life. Just like a fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're saying that you're proud to just be able to pull one punch, then when you meet Anavultus, you're gonna get dropped real fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, real fucking quick. You should learn that by now, which is always a fact of life. Again, more facts from your boy.
okay. So anyway,
Life
all I'm gonna
lessons.
say at the end of a review is get ready for something big, something really big.
What, like that basement reveal?
No, 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 no. I mean big in a more literal sense. Uh,
Oh shit, some new Tysons? You mean the big ass Sasquatch nigga? He was pretty lit.
bigger than that.
Okay, his mom nigga? Like what do you mean bigger than that? Like,
Just really big. Trust me.
okay, just as
It,
long as it's thick as well, you know?
it's extremely big.
Again, the more we talk, the more it sounds like we're talking about
Okay.
completely
But
different
anyway,
things.
I just noticed that Nippon Animation did an adaptation of Tom Sawyer, uh, which is interesting because recently people in the US are more going away from uh, Tom Sawyer and things like that because it's problematic. Uh,
I call it pretty gay, that's what I call it.
no, it's not gay, but it's
And
because
that's my version of what a problematic
people
situation
don't
is,
like
bro.
that it uses old language that is period specific. Um,
Nigga, stop. Okay, the more we talk, right,
yeah,
the more I swear to God, these people are either born yesterday or are from 4chan, where you get pissed off and fight everyone over anything. Like, they can stop getting triggered about everything that isn't, like, specifically made to your shelter snowflake looking ass. Like, straight up, you know what I'm saying? The more I think about it, the more I think these conservatives and these faggots are, in fact, just straight up faggots. Like, they don't give a shit about life. They just want their shelter snowflake lives to matter, which is always counterproductive. Nigga, like, if you want something done, do it yourself. If you ain't gonna do it, then shut the fuck up. You know what I'm
but
saying?
in this specific situation, it's not the conservatives who are upset, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. I just call them all of that because usually those are the people that are the most triggered. Like those kind of people that are afraid of cultural diversity because they think it's pushing a political agenda. I'm like, nigga, if you don't shut the fuck up and get dropped real quick, like straight up. You see, it's funny to think because whenever me and my homies, right, meet someone like that who is afraid of cultural diversity because he thinks we're trying to push him into Islam and he's like Islamophobic, we straight up beat his ass. Like straight up, no questions asked, beat his ass. And then when he asks why, he's like, "Nigga, look at your face and then tell us why." And it's always a cool revelation because apparently, just like with black kids, beating them works. Like, don't quote me on this, but sometimes beating a nigga's ass works wonders. You know, it helps.
Okay.
It helps a lot.
Uh,
Again, don't quote me on it because I don't want you to beat people's ass. Well, beat people's asses, but only when you know who's getting his ass beat. Like, respect people while also respectfully beating that ass. Like, that's a thing that I will teach to anyone who is willing to learn. The
okay.
technique of beating an ass in a non-sexual way, but also making it look gay as fuck. That is like an art form for me. I don't know how. It's just something I developed, which makes a lot of sense why the hell I'm like this. But hey, if you aren't surprised by now, then welcome to the club. Welcome to the brotherhood, little nigga. Like, that's how that works.
Okay.
Yep, Anavultus is always surprised by my gay ass quotes, but is also never surprised at the same time. He is down with the sauce, which is what I respect.
Uh,
You don't ask questions, which you should never do because you don't want to know the answer.
okay. Um,
Some stuff are better off not knowing the answer to. That is what I will let you guys go with. Like the knowledge. That's your fuckboy wisdom for today or this week, I guess.
okay. So anyway, uh, leaving that, I want to talk a little bit about the our other project.
The elf females, like what
No, no,
project?
no, no. The mechs. Okay.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of mechs, have you figured out the pacing issue?
The pacing.
The thing where we need a dice slash ruler to walk.
Well, that's what I had made the spreadsheet for.
Oh damn, nigga got the strap on him. Respect.
Okay. But
What the fuck? Hold up.
what is
God
it?
damn it. Okay.
What's happening?
Someone's playing that Bruno Mars music outside. They be hating on me because I ain't got no pussy. Damn it. Sometimes the squad be doing too much roasting, and yeah, that's all you need to know. God damn it, you assholes. We can continue. Yeah, continue.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the design philosophy that I had come up with concerning the material that the mechs are actually made of. Because
You mean they aren't made out of some alien alloy that's
well,
tougher and faster than titanium?
well, they are made of a strong alloy, but I realized that a lot of the ways to make things tougher, besides the actual structure of the substance, is to just make it a denser substance. But unfortunately, that would mean that the weight would increase of the mech. So I needed a way to increase the strength of the mech theoretically without increasing its weight significantly. So that's how I came up with the idea that the
What
mech.
about using something like elasticity? Basically, the faster it is, the stronger it is by default. Kind of like going double fast, double strong without needing extra weight. At least that's something I learned from One Piece.
Well,
Uh,
I I figured out a different idea here. So what
ooh,
I
cool.
did is that the substance is dimensionally entangled. Do you know what quantum entanglement is?
Yes and no. But
Okay.
yeah, hit me up
But
with that knowledge.
it's somewhat similar, but it's actually very different. But essentially, what I mean by this is that in the universe, you see generally three dimensions in space. So you can go up and down, forwards, backwards, left and right. Those are the three dimensions. And so you've got
Unless you go to the Twilight Zone, which is the fourth dimension.
okay. That's not exactly what I mean, but I'm going to tell you.
I know, and I'm just making
Yeah.
references. Don't worry about
So
it.
so then I decided that you could theoretically have more dimensions and it goes higher up. But I didn't want to make a higher dimensional construct as that would make it impossible for someone who is not higher dimensional to operate it effectively. So I came up with a different idea, and that is to use a second set of dimensions.
Oh shit. Um, uh, Hold up, fam, real quick.
Yeah.
Turns out, right? I did that noob thing where you're painting, right? But
Okay.
then forget that you're doing it on the wrong layer, which is the background layer, and you can't fuse a layer, like merge a layer down. And I just wasted an hour painting for nothing. Fuck. Hold up. Let me try to fix something real quick. Come on, damn it. Okay, good. I fixed it. All right, yeah, continue. God
Okay.
damn, I literally lost an hour of nothingness. Wow, that's fucking
Okay.
retarded.
So by using another set of dimensions, which is part of my higher hyperdimensional theory, which I came up with in my power
On the
scaling
on the
days.
on the spot. On your powers kids while watching too much Dragon Ball Z Superman.
No, no, no. This is by the way, I've never actually seen this specific thing applied. As in, this is an idea, a conceptual scientific idea that I actually came up with myself. But it's the idea of dimensional sets that are the same type of dimension but are different sets. But then I came up with an even more wilder and different idea, and that is that these
He has
dimensions.
gone full weeb, guys. He has officially
No,
gone
no, no, no.
full
I,
weeb.
I haven't gone full weeb. I've
It's
gone.
official. He has lost his mind. He has gone the Dexter
I
laboratory route where he's kind of smoked too much pot and figured way too much time on his hands.
I have gone full theoretical physicist here.
Yeah,
Uh,
full weeb. Full weeb, officially. He has gone full nerd, which is always a respectable thing to go by because passion leads to orgasming, and it
Fine.
is a
I'm not
fact.
going to show you
So
my VSL equations. But anyway,
I'll probably not even understand him. Like, let's be
yeah,
realistic.
you
When
wouldn't.
you go full weeb, sometimes some of that stuff is
It's
only
not
understandable to
weep.
you.
It's not
Yes,
weep to
nigga,
be
it
scientific.
is. Don't lie to me, nigga. I know this shit. You have gone full weeb. It's official.
Whatever you say, boss. Anyway, I this idea is that the dimensions are now parallel. So there's essentially a separate three-dimensional space that is in the same universe and that exists in the same location as the three-dimensional space that we experience, except that it of course is not interactable with our three-dimensional space. So then the idea of the entanglement is that the object, the mech in this instance, is duplicated in this separate three-dimensional space, which is the same space but is non-interactable with our space, so that it
Yep, has
it
gone full weeb,
it becomes
100%.
anchored in the other dimensions, effectively making it six-dimensional but still only three-dimensional.
Look, all I'm gonna say, right,
Yeah,
is that Breaking Bad reference, which is yes, science, and that's it. Like,
yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
okay.
Because god damn, you have gone full weeb, man.
But
Like,
here's another way to explain it. So you take a piece of paper, okay, and
yeah,
put a magnet on each side of the pieces of paper,
and
and the magnets are going to attract each other. And consider the paper to be the dimensional distinction between the two spaces. And so if you had just one magnet on the paper, you would be able to slide it around easily. But if you have two magnets, one on each side, and you try to push the one magnet, it's significantly more difficult to push it. But then if you also pushed it from both sides of the paper, it would be easier again to push it. And that's the
they'll push it
essential
real
idea.
good.
It's that by entangling it with another three-dimensional space, it creates a much tougher structure without actually increasing the mass.
Okay.
Well, it theoretically has twice the mass, but in the universe that you see it in, it does not have that mass. And in the other three dimensions, the properties are different, so it also doesn't have to worry about the inertia on that front, because it's essentially floating in a vacuum. On the other side, even if it's on a planet in the visible three dimensions, which means that it still is pushable, but it is not destructible as easily. So you can move it just as easily, but you can't destroy it just as easily, and that's the solution I invented to make it tougher. Uh,
Yep. When your friend has gone full weeb,
yeah, that's
you
from.
could you can only ever nod and say yes. Like, that's the fact.
This is from years of watching Star Trek. No,
More like years of
no,
watching Boondocks. Nigga, what the hell? Yeah, yeah, sure, sure,
yeah,
sure.
okay. Do you understand though? Is the question.
Uh, let's just say yeah, 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 I do.
Okay.
Like, realistically, I do. It's just when your friend has gone full weeb, like you kind of don't get the entire idea, but he does sound very scientifically proven, so you kind of respect that and just go with it. Plus, he put a
Okay.
lot of time into this, so I'm just like, you know what? If he knows what he's talking about, I'll just follow him. You know, like
Yeah.
he's the executive director. I'm just the accountant who has no idea how the business works. But hey, it's too bullshit for him to understand. So we're just gonna Miller rock his way
Yeah.
through it. You know,
So I also
it's like job interviews. You kind of
yeah.
just go with.
I also came up with the main layout for the force, okay? The main squad that you're going to generally have. So the standard squad of mechs is going to be two uh considered light mechs. One of them is going to be
A
a
scout?
long range light mech. The other one is going to be a lancer.
Oh yeah, of course.
Then
That actually makes a better idea.
two medium
By the
mechs.
way, speaking of lightweight sniper rifles, does that guy have rollerblades on by any chance?
Uh, sort of.
Good, because that's usually the thing I deal with in sniper rifleists. At least if I'm writing one, I like to write them with rollerblades on because that's like their specialty. You know,
Yeah,
rollerblade on the opponents.
yeah, and it's going to have two medium mechs, one long range, one close range, and
Yeah, I mean you gotta have one with a sword and one with a shotgun. That's just a fact.
it's going to have one heavy mech, which is going to be long range. But if it gets in close range, it might as well be a close range mech. But
Yeah, and then they gotta have the tank that protects the squad.
yeah, so and the actual support column, which is important, the support column, which supports the campaign, is composed of five per small mech, uh, 10 per medium mech, 20 per large mech. So it's going to be composed of 50 companies. And for the standard layout, that's going to be uh, 20 infantry companies.
20 infantry companies. That's
Infantry, yeah.
sus, but okay.
So if you're on a campaign, these are the ground troops that you use to take over and control locations.
Oh
Uh,
yes,
yeah.
and the universe.
Of course, they're not going to fight in the mech battle because
Oh hell no! They'll just get dropped real fast, man. You
yeah, they
know,
would insta gibbed, as one
like
might say.
instant kill. Yeah, I know. Like here's the thing with armies in wars. If we're gonna fight Gundams, like we don't need ground troops. Like at that point, like just either put them on the menu to just get wasted, or put them in like medical center to help the rest. Because let's be
Okay.
realistic. In a fight like that, you're like straight up, no questions asked. It's like bringing toddlers to a master tournament arc. Like everybody get murdered,
Okay. And
just like the Star Wars movies, which is that reference that I was going with.
you're also going to have two communications companies, which is important for the long range communications.
Yeah, I like the support. You know, you got to have a grid that
Yeah,
tells the people in the mech suits what's going on, where are the enemies,
yeah.
and how many are left.
So for logistics and supplies, it's going to be one per five of the companies in total, plus it, let me think about the math here. It's going to be a total of, let's see, that's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, it's going to be an additional one supply for each small mech, an additional 1.5 for a medium mech, an additional 2 for a large mech. So with the 50 companies and the 5 mechs, that's going to be 17 supply or logistics companies that keep all the supplies for the mech parts as well as the food and other supplies for the people on the campaign. And then you've
Yeah, by
got
the way, can you check something real quick?
what? Oh yeah, I see that. I see it.
You like it? I kind of put a little bit of effort into the hairline. You know, gotta give it all the good colors.
It's interesting. I don't know. I think the coloring of her hairline contrasts a bit with the body color.
That is true.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it was a friend's opinion. I was going more green hair, but she wanted blue,
okay,
which is respectable. I mean, at least it's not gay pink, so you know.
okay, and then you're going to have three engineering companies that are going to repair the mechs and maybe build bridges if they need bridges,
There you
and
gotta build a wall.
maybe a wall, probably not. And then you're going to have four reconnaissance companies
Oh
that
yeah, those guys are gonna be hilarious to use.
that are gonna do the recon, and also four more artillery companies that can offer some long range support to the mechs in the battles.
Yeah, because sometimes you need huge ass cannons. You know, sometimes you need cannon fire from the back.
So I've calculated that the infantry companies, if they have about 1,000 personnel each, and the other companies, if they have about 100 each, there would be about 23,000 people to support five mechs.
Yep, and people said war is slow. Yeah, you got it. That's actually why. You know what I'm saying? Like some people say, like there's not too many people in wars, or there's too many people in wars. Now you know why. Well, you need that accurate number, which I say is yeah, that's like an accurate number. Let's be realistic.
Yep, it, that's a
Yeah, you
lot of
gotta.
people, but there you
Yep,
go.
that is. But hey, remember, they always put out a lot of damage. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? They always gotta say that's a lot of damage.
which means that the drop ship for dropping it all on a planet has got to be a city-sized drop ship, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. But
We can do the Dust 42 route. I don't think you know what that is.
no, I do not.
Okay, so it used to be an old ass game, right? Back when PS3 just got made, right? Where what would happen is you would have a mothership, right?
Yeah,
And basically the troops or the squad, basically, which is you, are basically a lot like Halo, where you're a guy in a suit with a lot of powers, force shields, and guns. What
yeah.
would happen is when you get dropped, you teleport right back to the mothership to be dropped again from it. Like you kind of have to go back to the mothership every time you die to get or dropped into the planet. Now the way you win, it's either by taking over the base or by making sure your ship doesn't get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like they would literally use hand cannons on the ground from the ground troops, military to take down your mothership. We can go that route. You know what I mean?
That sounds kind of weird.
What you said to put all the troops down, it has to be a huge ass ship. Why can't that be it? Think about
Well,
it. That could be
no,
your army's total amount of defense. Like think about it. If the mothership gets destroyed, none of the military guys have a way to get back home. That would be a cool way to either get stuck and have to fight like some sort of wave situation
yeah.
until support comes back, or a way for you to lose the game because you just got blown the fuck up and can't leave.
Well, in my opinion, from a military standpoint, it's not really a problem if the dropship gets destroyed as long as everybody's gotten off the dropship.
That is true. But the thing is, in this one, they don't just get dropped all at the same time, as well as the dropship, right? It's not just the dropship, it's also the mechanic station. Whenever someone gets damaged, or some of their troops get murked, or some of their guns get fucked up, they need to kind of leave it there for like 5 to 10 minutes during the match to get it back to full health. Well,
Okay.
that's a good system, in my opinion, you know?
In my
Like,
opinion,
I mean,
though,
it seems obvious, you know. You don't really need the dropship because you can just all drop at the same time and then she leaves. But at the same time, it's a good home base in space, you know.
I don't think that's actually a good idea for a ground campaign.
True, true. I mean, at that point, they can just drop you off and leave.
Because
But
then
yeah,
you'd have
good
to
idea.
go back into space to do things, and that to me sounds like, from a military perspective, would be not very efficient.
True.
So I think a better idea is to have a large drop ship that drops all at once that you could use as a fortress in itself, but everybody has vehicles, large vehicles that they drive out when they go on the campaign to capture various positions on the planet.
Yeah, exactly like happened in the game. Yeah, that's a good system. Like a bit of everything. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So you could theoretically return to the dropship and use it as a base, uh, but you can also go and capture other locations on the planet. It all depends on the kind of campaign you want to run, in my opinion.
Hmm. That's a good way. You can have like the dropship have different abilities based on what campaign you're going with.
Yeah,
That way, if you're going for a specific campaign that requires you to go back and forth, like collecting enemy material rather than just defeating the army, yeah, that'll be a good way to use the dropship.
yeah. Because what
Oh,
you could theoretically do is you could put the dropship in a strategically important position, and then the mission can be that you do a tower defense on it, that you hold that position so that the enemy can maybe not link up their armies or do something like that. That could be a campaign.
all right, so that's a good idea to start
Yeah.
with.
Another one is that you just go down in a dropship and then you leave the dropship and you go towards a certain location. That's another campaign idea. But that's why there's logistics companies. It's to carry all the supplies that you need for a long campaign.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So we talked science, we talked weeb, now we talked that gamergate, or just video games. Come on, let's play again.
Okay.
I've,
What
I've been
game do you want
waiting
to
for
play?
2 hours, my nigga. We need to play some L's. You know, I need to give you an L.
Okay. What game then?
I actually have no clue. You choose, mate. Like, oh shit. I
Okay.
found new waifus. I found some new waifus. Hold up.
Ooh,
Okay.
you like your waifus. Um,
Oh, only the accurate ones.
let's see. Uh, let's see. What kind of game do you want to play? Do you want to play a game where we're directly against each other, or a game where we're competing parallel to each other on something, or what?
I'm kind of Gucci with everything because you know I'm always down with the sauce. So
Okay.
like you know,
Uh, okay. So let me look up something here. Uh, let's maybe do a Google feud.
um, you sure about that, mate? Okay, never mind. But on one condition.
Okay.
You spell it, nigga. I ain't spelling
Okay,
shit.
I will spell it. Okay. So
All
let
right,
me
this
just
is
F11 this and then put it on screen so that
yep. You
everyone
do
can see it.
that, and I'll continue looking for wifeys.
All right.
And his man does because Hunter x Hunter has all the thick males, you know, and
The thick
everybody's gay
males.
in that. Yes, everybody's gay in that show, which is an
No,
accurate fact.
what? Th-
Yes,
There's
yes.
maybe
Wait, hold up. Someone's calling me.
there's
Okay.
maybe only one character who might be
Oh
gay.
shit! Damn it! Almost died. Ah! Oh fuck. Okay, so look. I gotta run because some females. I had an arrangement, and when you skip a date, you're gonna get fucked. So I gotta really just the last 5 minutes tell them I'm with the boys, so they can't kill
Okay.
me. Yeah, trust
Okay.
me. If it don't be in these situations, guys, you're just gonna get your dick killed, like straight up, because that's just an accurate fact. Hold up.
Okay. Interesting. Gonna get the D killed, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so he says he's getting the D killed, but the real question is is the deed actually dead now? And I think that's a question we're all asking deep inside our minds. So let's see if I can find some music to sing you all, do some vocal practice. Um, let's do some non-English music now. It's not gonna go the Japanese route here. Not gonna go full weeb. By the way, it's nothing weeb about science. Weeaboos, okay, is nothing to do with science. It's all to do with Japan and being excessive in your anime taste. So here you go. Let's do some old Hohenfriedberger Marsch, which is possibly written by Frederick the Great. Maybe, could be, might not be, but that's what tradition says. So let's do it. Auf Ansbach da Gone, auf Ansbach bereut, schnall deinen Säbel und rüste dich zum Streit. Prinz Karl ist erschienen auf Friedbergs Hinsicht das preußische Heer mal anzusehen. Drum, Kinder, seid lustig und allesamt bereit, auf Ansbach da Gone, auf Ansbach bereut. Drum, Kinder, seid lustig und allesamt bereit, auf Ansbach da Gone, auf Ansbach bereut. Drum,
On I'm
Kinder,
back,
seid
nigga. I got some
lustig und
salt whitey
allesamt bereit,
paste.
auf
Don't ask
Ansbach
what
da
type.
Gone, auf Ansbach bereut. Drum, Kinder, seid
Nigga, what the
lustig
fuck
und
are you doing?
allesamt bereit, auf Ansbach da Gone, auf Ansbach bereut. Okay, there you go.
What the hell happened since I left?
Nothing happened. Nothing happened at all.
Are you sure? It sounds like very sus things that I should be a part of. You know, you don't do the sus without me around.
I no sus, nothing at all.
That way, it will be straight up considered gay. Because you remember, I am the sus master. I can make any gay situation technically not gay based on straight up technicalities.
Okay. Are you ready for a Google
Right.
Feud?
So here's the thing, my boy.
Okay.
Females showed up. They want some attention, right? So basically, don't worry, it's not sexual, I promise. Basically, I'm just gonna tutor some homegirls in half an hour. So that's all we got.
Okay.
Can we do a quick match?
Sure.
For me, it's like 2.5, so we'll just end it like 20, 30 minutes. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
So choose a category, quick. Culture, people, names, questions. Which one?
Questions. That'll be a very funny one.
What is the best kind of
man? How about that?
Man? Okay.
Yeah.
That's your first guess, so here we go. X. Wrong answer. Try again.
Okay. Woman. How about that?
Woman. Okay. Wrong answer. Try again.
How about gender? How about gender for the last one?
I don't think it's going to be that one, but here we go. Bam. The answers, top 10 answers on the board: dog, steak, bear, mattress, water to drink.
What do you mean bear and mattress? I mean mattress, yeah. What do you mean bear? Like you're trying to smash a bear? That's why I'm trying to find what kind will do it without killing
people want to see which bear is the best bear. They want to know if it's the grizzly bear or the polar bear or the black bear or whatever.
Look, we all know who the true best bear is, okay?
Yogi Bear. No. Who?
No? It's not Yogi Bear. It's Pooh. You know, the whole
Pooh Bear. Oh man, you're right. Actually, you're right.
That guy has gone down with the susses. Especially that new movie, you know? Oh.
There you go. Sleep, Christmas tree to buy, coconut oil, car to drive, dog food. Okay, next round. Okay, my turn. I'm also going to pick questions. You know, go same category to make it fair. How much does it cost to buy I'm going to answer a car.
Hooker. How about that? Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Not going to have that on my search history. No, it's not a car.
Not going to have that in your search history.
A house?
If you want to know
I got one.
Something real lit, check out my search history.
I got a house.
Obviously a house is going to be there. It's like fair game, you know?
I'm going to put a gun. That's the wrong answer. And
You should put the strap. That's what the right
I'm
answer would
gonna
have been.
put a horse, since I know
A female one or what? Like
it.
what? What you mean horse, nigga? Like
It
yeah, into some
doesn't
weird
matter
shit,
which
man.
kind. Oh, that's
That doesn't
also an
matter. Oh,
answer. Okay, so I'm on a roll here. So it's a horse. And what else do people want to buy? I'm thinking uh slave?
someone.
No, that's
What,
not going to be on the list.
nigga? What are you on about, my boy?
No, that's not going to be on the list. I was just thinking something
It's gonna be
expensive.
on your list, your
Uh,
hit list, nigga. Like what? What are you on about?
um, I'm going to say an iPhone, since that's what all the
Ostrich.
cool
Oh
kids
wait,
are
wait.
buying.
No, no, no. That's the wrong phrase.
And that's not the answer. The answer is star, dog, franchise, cow, hospital, private jet, domain name, house in California. Honestly, never moved to California. That's a
I same. I never will, even if I can. Like no, fuck that state,
so
nigga. Like
yeah. That's 17K
they're
points for
down with
me.
the sustenance over there in the gayest way possible, and I am not with it.
Okay, are you ready? Your turn. Choose a category.
Yeah, sure. Wait. Choose a category. People.
People. All right. I love the feeling of being
Gay.
gay.
Trust me on this. Just say that.
This is a people category, so I don't know if it's going to be that kind of answer, but here we go. Nope. Next one. Try again.
Straight. Straight.
Straight. Nope. Nobody
How
loves
about
the feeling of being straight.
how about black?
Black. Ooh, that's an edgy one. Remember, this is a people category. No, the
Oh,
answers
what? Oh, I
are.
know. I know.
Uh, oh, actually, you're right. It would have worked. Anonymous in a city. People love the feeling of being in love. People love the feeling of being hungry. People love the feeling of being drunk. I personally wouldn't want to be drunk. Uh, love the feeling
Same. Same.
of being answers. That doesn't make sense.
What do you mean, nigga? What type of gay shit are you on?
I love the feeling of being anonymous in a big city. I love the feeling of being pregnant.
That sounds weird. Like that
It is
sounds
kind
like
of weird.
into
It
some
doesn't
freak
sound like
nasty
people would
shit, nigga.
usually want to have. I love the
Yeah,
feeling
you're
of
on
being
some of that FBI
tattooed.
agent.
I love the feeling of being full. I love the feeling of being sore. Wow. A lot of people are
Someone's
weird.
into some kinky
Okay,
bullshit.
my turn. How to get rich off I'm
Females.
no, I'm going to
Trust me
put
on this. I know what I'm doing.
uh that's actually interesting. How to get rich off YouTube. That's an edgy one. That's an answer on there. YouTube.
Yep, called it.
8,000. How to get
What about
rich.
Snapchat? Snapchat or Instagram?
How to get rich off the internet.
For a second, part, I said Fortnite. I was like,
Okay, the
yeah,
internet.
sure.
How to get rich off
The internet, like not internet, just the internet.
Twitch.
Like
Nope, it's not Twitch. How to get rich off uh
Instagram, man. Trust me on this.
let me think. What do people usually want to do? Uh Facebook, maybe. I'm gonna put Facebook.
Really?
I don't think. Okay, it's not an answer. How to get rich off uh singing. Okay, the answers are stocks, weed. People want to get rich off of weed. People want to get rich off real estate. People want to get rich off rapping, music, eBay. That probably I should have put that. Bitcoin, uh, and the stock market. Okay.
So is it my turn?
Yeah. Culture people names or questions.
Culture. How about that? Sounds
Culture.
racist, which is accurate.
Okay. Culture. Okay. Powdered. Powdered. Something that you're powdering. What is powdered?
I Cocaine, I guess.
Cocaine. Nope.
I don't know, man. Powder, some bullshit is probably what's gonna happen. I have no clue. You answer for me. How about that?
Okay. I'll answer for you, and I'll give you the points as well. I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Respect. Let's see.
I'm gonna say powdered sugar.
Maybe.
That's number one answer on the board. So that's 10,000 points for you. Uh, I have
Oh wait,
26,000 points.
that shit worked.
Yeah. Powdered wig. That's another answer, another 2,000 points for you. Uh,
Are you
powdered.
making? Are you making this up?
No, no, no.
Sounds like you're making it up.
No, I'm not. The powdered sugar is also known as confectionery sugar. It's sugar that's really fine.
No, I
And
know what powdered sugar is. I mean, is it actually on the damn board? That's what
no,
I think
it
you're making
is.
up.
It's the first answer, top answer.
Okay, so Anavultus knows more facts than the universe combined. Yes.
Uh, let me see. What else would people powder? Powdered.
That hairline. How about that?
No.
What?
Not gonna powder the hairline. Powdered.
Um, facial features? No makeup?
No. That's not what it's gonna be. It's gonna be something that's turned into a powder usually.
Oh,
Oh wait.
then how about that
Powdered
crack? You know what I'm saying?
baby. No. Oh, it is because people powder babies' butts.
Oh my god, Anavultus, what is on that search history, man?
No. It's a real thing. It
Oh,
never
I
happened to
know.
me as a
It's just
kid, but
what's on that search history, real quick.
okay, that's
I'm
not the
telling
answer
you,
though. Powdered. Um,
manticore scrotum.
powdered lolly. No,
Nigga, what?
I know.
Okay,
I know
what?
you have that lolly on your search history, man.
Look, I promise you, I don't. Okay,
No,
I
you
straight
don't.
up don't.
Okay.
I'm just accused of it because I'm down with the sustenance, which
Okay.
is, I mean, let's be real, is a fact. Plus, I like children, not in the way you think, but definitely in a sus way. Trust me, as long as it's not sexual, then it's okay, and I am the least sexual person I know, which is not an accomplishment, but at least it's a thing.
Okay. So I'm thinking, what else could be powdered? Powdered
How about,
vitamins. What?
I was gonna say milk, but okay.
Milk. Oh, you're right. That's actually a good one. Milk. Uh, there you go. That's the second answer on the board. So you get,
Damn, you see, I got the shot.
and I'm
Call it.
gonna put, unless you have another answer, I'll put vitamins.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Powdered vitamins. Okay, wrong answer. But at this point, you've got 26. I mean, you've got 21,000. I've got 26,000. So we're actually pretty close. Um, I'm gonna go culture as well, and uh, app four. App for Facebook.
But really, I was gonna
That's
go
the
with
number two
dating or
answer.
killing someone, but okay.
App for, if it's gonna be, I'm gonna put
Write
Twitter.
murder. Trust me, write
Okay,
murder. That'll probably be there.
YouTube. Okay.
Why would you write down app for YouTube? It's already an app. If you know what YouTube is,
I
you know what it
I
is.
don't have a smartphone, man. I don't know how this works.
Then trust in me, damn it, and trust
App
in my
for
answers.
Android.
Date, dating. Trust me, you should probably put
Okay.
dating. Oh shit, I am so getting this.
App for um iPhone. Okay.
But if dating is on there, I called it.
So that's no, it's Instagram, handyman, rent, making friends,
Of course it is. But what do you
Instagram
mean
story.
handyman? What the hell is handyman?
Okay, a handyman.
I know the dandy man, but I don't know no handyman
A
because that guy
handyman
sounds.
is some guy that comes around and repairs stuff in your house that's broken, and fixes problems in your home. So it's like a repairman, but it
Okay.
is maybe has a number of different skills and uses them in a number of
Oh,
different ways to help you out.
oh, a
That's what a
different
handyman
version
is.
of a handy. Okay, okay, okay. I know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then
I was going with
flashlight,
a completely different kind of handyman,
messenger,
man.
and pictures. So that puts me at 42,000 points.
By the way,
You're at
one question, real
21,000.
quick.
Yeah.
You said Hunter Hunter ain't gay, right?
Excuse me, could you repeat that?
You said Hunter Hunter ain't gay, right?
Yeah, I said that there's maybe one or two characters in it that are, but other than that,
Okay, then check your Skype real quick.
okay, I'll check my Skype. Uh, okay, what have you sent me?
Some very sus stuff. Now tell me that ain't gay.
It's not. It's friendship, man. It's the bro.
Yeah, that exactly. Listen. Romance is just the gayest form of romance. Okay,
Okay.
let's be realistic. Romance is the gayest because you want to know why?
Tell
Because
me.
it's the most realistic, my nigga.
Okay.
It's the most realistic. It's the one where you will literally let a nigga kill you just as long as it doesn't hurt your friend, and you ain't trying to smash. Like, you ain't doing it in any sexual way. You're really doing it just because you love a nigga, which is the gayest and most realistic one, you know? Which is why I gotta hit it with that respect,
it's not how I define
And
gay,
which is
but
why
okay.
it's a definite fact. It's a definite
Okay.
fact that Hunter x Hunter is gay.
Did you want to stop here, or did you want to pick another category?
Yeah, let's stop. Let's
Okay.
stop because they might kill me if I am any later, you know?
Okay. So, should we do the outro then?
Um, let's go one more, just for
One
all
more?
time's sake.
Okay. For old
Yeah,
time's
one more,
sake.
just one more time.
Okay. Culture, people, names. Oh no. Topic or category? What?
What?
Uh,
What?
one more. What do you
You went
mean one
one
more?
way and then went completely different direction. One more like category, and then we like one more turn basically.
Okay. Culture, people, names, or questions.
Culture.
Culture again. Sparkling.
Okay, now that's just bullshit. What do you mean sparkling? Like sparkling what? Sparkling hot water? Sparkling love? Like what are you on about? This is why I don't like Google Theater, man. It's too fucking bullshit. Like that's the true definition of some bullshit. Okay, sparkling. How about sparkling water or something? I don't know.
Sparkling water.
Right?
That's number one answer.
Give me
10,000
spark.
points.
But wait, really?
Yeah.
Sparkling heat. How about that?
Heat. Wrong answer.
Okay, sparkling venom. Trust me on this.
Okay, wrong answer.
Okay, the last one is Anavultus' turn because guy gotta pull out something.
Okay, sparkling. I do have sparkling juice might be something.
Yep, definitely gay. I agree with it. Come on, let's go. I'll take that one. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Wrong answer.
Well, I trusted in you and you failed me.
The
Sounds like
answer
every
is
relationship I've been in. Yep.
ice wine. I should have put wine instead of
What
juice.
do you mean wine? Like sparkling wine? That's not a thing.
Well, what people mean by sparkling is that it's carbonated.
And there's something that's carbonated wine? Word?
Yeah, like,
That's what's good in the streets nowadays?
champagne, for example, is carbonated.
Okay.
Sparkling water brand, sparkling apple cider, sparkling water maker, sparkling candles, sparkling grape juice. That's what I should have put. I just put juice. I should have put
grape juice. Wow,
grape
that's very fucking realistic.
Yeah, sparkling water benefits, sparkling rose.
What do you mean water benefits? Like, what
I have
type
no
of
idea.
tax is that? Like,
Okay.
what the hell?
I'm gonna click that, and I don't know where it's gonna. Oh,
It's gonna
Oh,
take you to the dark
it's
web.
for if there's anything good from drinking carbonated water, whether that's better for you than other things. It says those who drank carbonated water experienced improved digestive and constipation relief. So I guess it can help. But there you go. So
Probably a lie, but okay.
anyway, is
Yep,
that
I'm
it?
down with the. I'm down. I'm out.
You're out. Okay. Let's do the outro real quick then. I was Anavultus. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you all for watching, and we will be seeing you all next time.
As for me, I hope you guys love that. I hope you are equally as down with the sus, and you will check out Romeo's Blue Skies, the gay orphan chimney sweepers. Yeah, that's a good title. The gay and probably also under 18 chimney sweeping faggots. Yep, that's a good title. I hope you watched that, and I hope you like this week podcast, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anavultus over, and